Because I believe Inoue can become a multiple weight world champion. So I'm thinking, what if one day we fight at 140?
He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. Three of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
What do you think about that fight?
As of right now, I don't think we're in the same weight class, but we may be down 6 years, 7 years from now. Who knows what could happen?
Naoya Inoue, often called the Monster, strikes fear into opponents with his unmatched speed, power, and technical mastery. Fighters worldwide know that stepping into the ring with Inoue means facing not only his extraordinary skills, but also the psychological toll of his relentless attacks.
Inoue, Inoue deserved to be in the power for power? Absolutely. I think he's a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. I won't take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter. And I like him because I see he take a lot of my stuff from my playbook. But it's okay. That's boxing. You're supposed to take from the greats.
Renowned for delivering precise and devastating knockouts, Inoue's unwavering determination makes him a formidable force in boxing.
He only really lets his hands go if his opponents are hurt. That's just who he is. I actually appreciate that about him. It does a few things. One, it keeps him safe because it's basically a defense mechanism. If I'm not wild and loose, you can't really counter me, or I just won't slip up and do something stupid. So there's not a whole lot that I'm giving you, basically, as an opponent. Not a lot that I'm giving you. But also, it preserves energy. And he can preserve energy. I mean, the guys at that weight, they're a whole lot smaller, so they can definitely preserve energy. But when you're throwing those single shots like he does, it preserves energy. So he's still fresh in the championship round.
21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Man, I'm a puncher. He is good. But the way how he places punches, good.
His nickname is, was it the Monster or the Beast? The Monster. He's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him.
That's the one you asked where he come from now?
Yeah. He's Japanese.
Good. His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's 29 years old, and I said that 28. He beat Maloney from Australia last.
He beat what's his name? What's his name? Donaire.
Yeah, he beat Donaire. Yep. He got dropped in that fight. He got dropped, and he got up and beat him.
No, he didn't get dropped.
He didn't get dropped?
He got hurt.
He got hurt.
Recently, the Japanese phenom achieved the rare feat of becoming a 2-division undisputed champion, solidifying his place among the sport's all-time greats. His explosive power and technical brilliance have earned him widespread acclaim, and
Inoue went against the rope. Good right hand off the rope. He's fighting off the ropes now. There's not a part of his game I haven't seen. He's been everybody this fight. Good right hand to the body. Good jab. I mean, Paul Butler can't hit him with shit. Look, you see that? The footwork and the head movement. Right to, that left came so fast after the right to the body. Yeah, he hurt him. Butler's down. That's it. He's knocked out. 11th round. He broke him down and knocked him out. That is amazing because he tried to open him up. He tried to counter him. He tried to give him confidence. He chased him the whole time. He found a way to pick that lock and knock him out. That's an all-time great fighter.
Flat out, he's my favorite fighter in the world. Watching that guy fight, man, and waking up at 6:30 a.m. to watch the undercard to get ready for a Naoya Inoue fight has become a bit of a pastime for me now. I love it. I'm up there. I have my espresso. I'm sitting outside watching. My neighbors hate me because I'm yelling at the camera at 7:30 in the morning. Every knockdown that happened in this fight, and there was a bunch of them. I mean, I was screaming at the TV.
His dedication to perfection is evident in his approach to competition. Rather than seeking challenges in higher weight classes, Inoue prioritizes maintaining peak performance in the featherweight division. He believes staying within his optimal weight range allows him to maximize his speed and power, ensuring he dominates with precision and intensity. By focusing on mastering his division,
Pacquiao looked against Eric Morales. Manny Pacquiao, so powerful, he can fight middleweight right now. Just 2 weeks after Floyd Mayweather beat Baltimore at 147. And that's when the first time you heard them mention, hey, Manny Pacquiao, should he keep jumping up the weight classes? And then Floyd Mayweather retires, Manny Pacquiao knocks out Hatton. And that's when you say, oh, forget where he started. Look at how he's finishing. He's a big kid. Now, Naoya Inoue versus Fulton. We'll see him get over that injury. If he can handle Fulton, you heard Gervonta Tank Davis say, hey man, that'll be something. I would like to fight him. Why? Because he's a master class of a fighter. Big puncher. He said, yeah, I may be too big for him. Many people know Mayweather was probably too big for Manny Pacquiao. Still, people salivated over that fight.
Undisputed. Why is he staying at 122? Why is he fighting this guy? The thing is, though, he's coming up from, 115?
He started at 108.
108. Like, this guy was tiny. Going up 126, that's another division. It's going to be his 5th, 6th division. I think that's why he's taking it a bit slow.
Of course, people are pushing them for 126, and I think at 126 we will see Inoue struggle a bit more, especially if you've been jumping so many weight classes throughout your career. Inoue may receive his first loss.
Continues to build an unparalleled legacy, cementing his status as one of boxing's most feared and revered champions. Naoya Inoue's victory over Stephen Fulton marked a defining moment in his career, showcasing his dominance and solidifying his status as one of the top pound-for-pound boxers in the world. The fight, held on July 25, 2023 at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, Japan.
I'm proud of the fact that I put Inoue on my pound-for-pound list, I don't know, 3 years ago. Whatever it was, I don't even know how long.
That's true.
And no one...
You've been on him before I even knew who he was.
Ken, no one had him anywhere near it. They basically barely knew who he was, as you just touched on. And obviously he dominated Fulton, or at least put it this way, he established control right from the start. He made Fulton's a defensive fighter, a good counterpuncher. He made him concentrate more on defense and survive.
Saw Inoue claim the WBC and WBO super bantamweight titles with a commanding 8th round finish.
Then Fulton really wanted to early. He set the course for the fight, the mentality of the fight, the theme of the fight right from the start. And had him thinking of surviving more than he wanted to think of surviving, he being Fulton. I'm not saying Fulton wasn't trying to win. He was. He's a confident, very proud fighter. And he's very strong mentally, too. I'm saying that he never fully got a chance to get into a gear that he'd have liked to, where he could have gotten a rhythm going. The monster, I had a smart monster. And I said this before the fight, and I say it again, that this was a matchup of styles that may have given you a glimpse of what a Pacquiao-Mayweather fight would have looked like if the fight had not happened 5 years too late, where Pacquiao was still at his peak as a great offensive fighter like Inoue is, and versus a great defensive fighter, obviously like Mayweather, which Fulton was known to be, although not quite at the level of Mayweather. There's not too many guys at that level.
Known as the Monster, Inoue dominated the bout from the start, overwhelming Fulton with his exceptional speed, precision.
But to his credit, he had to go over to Japan. Fulton was ready mentally, physically, to give his best effort, and against any other fighter, Ken, at that weight, he probably would have won. But not against this. Not against this. Kind of like in the same situation. Who knew?
And power. His relentless pressure culminated in a devastating sequence, a powerful right hand followed by a short left that sent Fulton to the canvas, sealing the victory. As the reigning undisputed super bantamweight champion, Inoue is widely regarded as the favorite in any matchup due to his impeccable record and exceptional form. Renowned for his devastating power and surgical precision.
As I said, I picked Inoue to win, but I thought it would be a much more closely contested fight than it was. And listen, I'm not dissing Fulton. He was just blown away by a person whom I now consider. I was wavering a little bit, but I now consider after having watched that in its entirety, you're looking at a generational talent. And Fulton is still a good fighter. I don't want people to start shredding him and throwing him under the bus. No, he's still a good champion. Well, ex-champion now. He's still a very good fighter who can come again. It's just that yesterday, man, he was in the presence of greatness, in my...
He has defeated elite opponents like Stephen Fulton and Nonito Donaire, demonstrating remarkable adaptability and resilience. Experts attribute Inoue's success to his relentless activity, 4 fights in the past year, and superior conditioning, traits that consistently set him apart from his peers in the sport. Sean Porter, former welterweight champion and esteemed boxing analyst, has made a bold...
Naoya gets knocked down in the first round, and I said, whoa. But he kept it together. It was like he was surviving, fighting back, and being defensive, like simultaneously, which I thought was very impressive. You get a mixture of, it's usually like one of the three. You got somebody who's trying to hold on and hang on and move, or you get somebody who don't know better and just trying to fight back. You know what I mean? Or you get the guy who's just straight defense and let me get through this round. He seemed to do a little bit of all three, which I thought was very impressive. And understanding Neri to have he came into the game in the U.S. when he debuted out here. He came in out here having known to have some crazy power.
Bold prediction about Naoya Inoue's future, suggesting the reigning undisputed super bantamweight champion could become the next Manny Pacquiao, one of boxing's most iconic figures. According to Porter, Inoue possesses the rare combination of charisma, skill, and excitement that makes him an irresistible...
Listen, before we get to
like the first 3.
We got to preview Haney and Garcia. We got some time left, but we got to get to this whole madness on this whole Naoya Inoue madness with Twitter. He said,
I know a thing or two.
I ain't in this.
I know a thing or two about, running into problems.
Man, I just listen for context. If you did, I don't know if they clipped it wrong or what. The question that was presented to me by Jim, do you think Inoue should come to the United States? Not, do you think he needs to come to the United States? If he said needs, I heard should.
Irresistible draw for fans worldwide. Inoue has that special something, Porter emphasized. He's got the power, the speed, and the skills to be one of the best of all time. But it's not just his abilities in the ring that set him apart. It's how he carries himself and connects with fans. He's not just a fighter. He's someone people want to watch because...
I like, what's the guy from Japan?
Inoue?
Yeah.
Do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catch weight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like man. But I think I'd be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'd be too big for him, yeah. But that fight would be like...
It's like a dream fight.
Yeah, facts.
Of who he is, both as a person and a competitor. Gervonta Davis, a prominent name in boxing, has also expressed admiration for Inoue. Davis praised Inoue's technical prowess, resilience, and remarkable ability to adapt mid-fight. He highlighted how Inoue's skill in reading opponents...
It sounds crazy, but you brought up Inoue. Like, do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catch weight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like man. But I think I'd be too big for him.
Probably, yeah. Because he's
I'd be too
22,
big.
yeah.
But that fight would be like...
It's like a dream fight.
Yeah.
And adjusting strategies on the fly makes him a uniquely formidable force. When he described the patience that he employed to manage Gervonta Davis, he referred to him, he said, as a force to be reckoned with. Facing the monster, Davis acknowledged, would be a monumental
In itself, the modern-day Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, and Naoya the Monster Inoue versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Oh, y'all said I was crazy. History repeats itself. East versus the West. Tank Davis versus Naoya Inoue. Let me get my smoothie, huh? They learned from Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao. They learned from them. They don't wait too long now. Now the fight is right on time. And now you heard what Gervonta Tank Davis had to say.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like man. But I think I'd be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'd be too big for him, yeah. But that fight would be like,
it's like a dream fight.
Yeah, facts.
Not that crazy, is it? It's not that crazy. Gervonta Tank Davis, right now, you'll look at him and say, certainly he's too big. Until we see how Naoya Inoue fare against cool boy Stephen Fulton. That's when we'll find out. If Naoya Inoue comes in hydrated well, punching fast, punching hard, remember how Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao looked against Eric Morales.
Challenge. His words further cement Inoue's reputation as not only a dominant champion, but also as one of the sport's most captivating and respected figures. Naoya Inoue's fearsome reputation is well earned, not only for his physical strength and speed, but also for his intelligent.
He is the best boxer in the world. His resume is better. His accolades are better. Becoming two-time undisputed. The names that he's fought have all been legitimate and dangerous. We are seeing a potential icon in the making. Pound for pound, one of the hardest hitters. Pound for pound, one of the smartest fighters. Pound for pound has perfected nearly every aspect of this sport. Of every major monster in the boxing world today, he is the king of all. Even better than Terrence Crawford. Even better than Gervonta Tank Davis. Better than Usyk. We can keep going down the list. Inoue is the best fighter in the world today. There is no boxer today that has the complete package of outright talent, discipline, power, speed, skill, adaptability, defensive soundness, and toughness. All wrapped in one. That brother is the best fighter in the world. He's the best in the world.
Fighting style and unwavering determination. Gervonta Davis has emphasized that any fighter stepping into the ring with Inoue must be prepared for an all-out war, as the monster's relentless pursuit of victory leaves no room for error. The potential matchup between...
Would you say the monster is multi-dimensional?
Yeah, of course.
But have you seen him legitimately be multi-dimensional?
Yeah.
From a standpoint of being able, obviously we know he can punch.
Yeah.
We've seen him get to the body. But
he's a box people
I really haven't seen him stay on the outside and counter punch.
Do you think that's what he's gonna have to do against Fulton though?
It's not the point. The point is you just call him the #1 fighter on the planet.
Pound for pound.
But you gotta be able to do it all.
Yeah.
Who they fight? I mean, you can say that for Crawford. Who they fight?
And I've always said his torque is so impressive, the way he's able to kind of turn on everything, like you said, and he is so well balanced. But he also is so savvy in there with his feints, and he didn't fight, or bite, I should say, on any of Fulton's feints. And he set up everything so perfectly and laid so many traps. I'll tell you, I was so impressed with how he looked because of the level of opponent he was facing. That's what made it like, damn.
Mario, I thought in the first round, he controlled it, but in the first minute of round 2, Fulton had a look on his face like, this is more difficult than I thought.
When he started going in his little feints, and he just with his little shoulders, he'd feint high, feint low, come up with the up jab. The up jab was so impressive. His hands and his feet are quick, but the way he sort of sets his traps and he's able to kind of explode with quick combinations, and they all have power.
Inoue and Davis has generated immense buzz, drawing comparisons to the iconic Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao.
Yes. Right there, you're able to hit him. Hey, you got one more minute. Really hard to hit, bro.
Honestly, Mike, do you think the winner, did you see the monster in the ring? Do you think he's the best pound for pound, or the winner of this fight is the best fighter in the world?
Japanese fighter is the best fighter.
Mike, they've said,
my opinion, I'm nobody, but I think he's the best fighter.
Mike, the idea's been thrown out there for him to move up to 130 fight to fight Gervonta Davis down the line. Could you see that fight happening?
Yeah, listen, Tim, how much he wants to move? He's 122 now, right?
He's 122. He'd be going to 135.
They fight 132, something like that.
Pacquiao fight. Both Inoue and Davis are regarded as elite athletes in the boxing world, and their bout promises to be a true clash of titans. Widely considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, Inoue has achieved extraordinary success across multiple weight divisions. He has
132, something like that.
Claimed world titles in 4 classes: light flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, and super bantamweight, showcasing his versatility, power, and technical brilliance. His notable victories include defeating elite opponents like Nonito Donaire and Stephen Fulton, solidifying his dominance in the sport. Inoue's
if you went by a certain, just a certain calculus, if you will, a certain metric, you would go with Inoue. You can't go wrong because he had 2 wins.
You have to. He unified
he has
2
two
weight
wins
classes.
over Fulton and Taplis. You're right, 100%.
Fulton was the number 1 fighter at 122
Ken, I'm
universally.
so glad you said it that way. But I'm not going with him.
Remarkable achievements have earned him praise from boxing legends like Mike Tyson and Teddy Atlas. With his knockout power, adaptability, and skill, Inoue continues to solidify his place as one of the top fighters in the sport today. Mike Tyson has hailed Naoya Inoue as one of the most exciting and skilled boxers of the current era. During discussions on his podcast, Tyson praised Inoue's vicious yet precise punches, even comparing him favorably to Manny Pacquiao. Describing Inoue as a mean son of a Thutiide, Tyson emphasized his remarkable power and technique, stating that Inoue might be better than Pacquiao and just as impactful. Tyson's admiration extends beyond Inoue's abilities in the ring. He highlighted Inoue's adaptability, asserting that the Japanese phenom could excel in any era of boxing greatness. Tyson also commended Inoue's seamless transition from bantamweight to super bantamweight, particularly his dominant victory over Stephen Fulton, which solidified his status as one of the sport's elite fighters. Teddy Atlas, Tyson's former trainer, echoed this praise, calling Inoue the full package, with attributes like speed, power, intelligence, and controlled ferocity. What do you think makes Naoya Inoue such a fearsome opponent? Do you agree with these comparisons to boxing legends? Share your thoughts and join the discussion in the comments below.